Coming up on News Valdosta, find out about a mobile home fire that happened yesterday afternoon.
And also, find out how you can get involved with the Valdosta Fire Department.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Casey Gordon.
And I'm Jessica Pope. The Lowndes County Fire Department was called into action yesterday afternoon at a home. Official reports say a fire was spotted from a mobile home on Corneth Lane by a motorist. Thankfully, the firemen say there were no casualties or injuries. The cause of the fire has not yet been released, but safety experts say you should take the time to go over fire prevention and safety methods with your families in case you have a similar situation.
The Valdosta Fire Department has a way that can get educated about the services provided by the VFD, increase fire and life safety awareness, and establish a community partnership. News reporter Marissa Daniels has more.
The Valdosta Fire Department is fighting fire with knowledge through a new 8-week training program for citizens of Valdosta. The Valdosta Fire Department is offering its second annual Citizens Fire Academy, which takes place every Tuesday night for 9 weeks from 6 to 9 p.m.
Citizens Fire Academy is an opportunity for Valdosta Fire Department to allow citizens to apply to take part in an academy that we put together that allows them to learn more about what the fire department does, and not only learn about it, but actually participate in some of the events that we do. So they come out, they participate in extrication, they participate in some rope rescue drills, and they also learn about investigation, inspections, and all other components within the fire department.
With this free program, participants will learn all aspects of the department's operations and have an opportunity to participate in the VFD's Ride Along program.
Tonight with the Citizens Fire Academy, we're going to show them what capabilities we have. GSAR, Georgia Search and Rescue, which is an urban search and rescue team, and then a hazardous materials response team, which we also have here at Valdosta. We're going to show them some of our capabilities, let them touch the equipment. We're even going to put them up on a rope system and let them experience what we experience when we do a rope operation.
The Citizens Fire Academy is one of 3 volunteer programs in the city of Valdosta for citizens. For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. This is Marissa Daniels with News Valdosta.
With advanced placement classes and early college education, students have various opportunities to earn post-secondary credits while still attending high school. Effective April 2009, when the Georgia General Assembly passed Bill 149, Move On When Ready, has offered high school students the opportunity to enroll in college courses. With the passing of this year's Georgia Senate Bill 132, that 2009 law was amended and removed the fees for tuition and books. Before, students enrolled full-time and took courses on college campuses, but the new law allows for either full or part-time participation, and courses can be taught on either high school or college campuses.
The Valdosta Police Department has recruited clergy members to help members of the police force, their families, and people of the community. The chaplains will offer moral and spiritual support to those in times of need, such as when a man was hit and killed by a train last week. Chaplain Winston Taylor says the conversations between the officers and the clergy will be confidential. When we come back, we'll learn how Valdosta community groups are working to make the area a better place to live.
So don't go away.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Here, we are a community of 11,000 individual stories.
A place where all doors are open.
Your home away from home.
where you will make lifelong connections.
And you will never feel invisible. Here, you will write it, research it, sing it,
broadcast it, share it, serve it,
teach it, nurture, and own it.
VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, and just far enough away from home. Find out what VSU can do for you.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Are you ready for Thanksgiving this year? The Southeastern Credit Union is feeding many families. They will have generated 25,000 pounds of food this year from their second annual Fill a Truck Challenge, although the goal was originally 20,000. The Southeastern Credit Union then matched donations by generating another truckload of food. The proceeds will all be given to the Second Harvest Food Bank, which serves 30 South Georgia counties.
The city's public safety personnel are in the midst of planning the annual holiday shop programs. The holidays are quickly approaching, and the Valdosta Police and Fire Departments have already started planning and collecting donations for their annual Shop with a Cop and Shop with a Firefighter programs. The purpose of these programs is to brighten the holiday season for Valdosta children and their families by providing selected youth with some holiday shopping money.
Today is Georgia Bus Driver Appreciation Day. Lowndes County School Board of Education took the time to recognize and appreciate their district school bus drivers. The bus drivers were given an appreciation breakfast in their honor. They were honored for their constant hard work in making sure the safety and transportation of the students is a #1 priority.
How do you have a safe and fun Halloween in Valdosta? News Valdosta reporter Julia Higgs has the answer.
The Valdosta Police Department recently announced this year's annual trick-or-treating schedule. This will take place on Saturday, October 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. Safety of the young trick-or-treaters has been made a priority, so extra police will be scheduled during trick-or-treating hours. The Valdosta PD have offered a few tips to help ensure the safety of children on Halloween this year. Some include children should walk in pairs, adults should accompany children under the age of 12 and inspect candy before children are allowed to eat them. Also, eliminate any distractions while driving. The officers believe that it's important for everyone to do their part to make Halloween a fun and safe event for anyone involved. With News Valdosta, I'm Julia Higgs.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at our weather with Akira Foster.
So stay with us.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
Now it's time for a look at our weather with Akira Foster. Akira, what's in the forecast?
Well, Jessica, today started out a little cloudy and muggy, but the high for today will be 84 degrees with a slight chance of rain. So expect a warm and cloudy day today. You may also want to hang on to that umbrella. Tonight, the temperature will drop down to 61 degrees with partly cloudy skies. There will also be light and variable winds. Also, a heads up for tonight's meteor shower. Tonight is the last night of the year that you can catch the tail end of the infamous Halley's Comet. The Orionids usually exhibit 10 to 20 meteors per hour, so it should be a pretty good show. You should be able to get a good view between the midnight and dawn hours. The high for tomorrow is expected to be 85 degrees with partly cloudy skies, so that's a beautiful start to the weekend. The UV index for today is 6 out of 10, which is high, so take precaution if you will be outside this afternoon. The pollen count for today is 3.4, which is low to medium, so allergy sufferers should be able to breathe a little easier today. But as always, you may want to keep your medication on hand. That's all for today's weather forecast. Back to you two at the news desk.
When we come back, we'll check in with Luke Alves on the local football and take a look at different sports playoff matchups.
So stay with us.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Get your ass out. You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move! Give it to him hard! No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back.
Now let's check in with our sports anchor, Luke Alves, with our local sports report. Luke, what do you have?
Thanks, Casey. The Valwood Valiant's varsity football team will play their second-to-last game this Friday when they take on Brookwood High School. The game is away for the Valiants and is scheduled for a 7:30 kickoff. The Valiants look to keep their undefeated winning streak alive in the region, and with this win, they will be first overall in the region. This week, both the Lowndes High Vikings football team and the Valdosta Wildcats both have byes this week as they prepare to take on each other next week in the Wintersville Classic. The 2015 Winterville Classic will be played at Martin Stadium on Friday with an 8 p.m. kickoff. Tickets will go on sale Monday, October 26th, in the tickets office located at 1204 William Street. The tickets office will be open at 3 p.m. and will close promptly at 7 p.m. Beginning on Tuesday from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., tickets will go on sale for season ticket holders and Touchdown Club members. With fall sports coming to an end, News Valdosta reporter Casey Gordon went to Valdosta High to see what sports will be coming up next.
With winter just around the corner, many sports are beginning to start up. This includes Valdosta High's wrestling team. The Wildcats are trying to beef up before they hit the mat. The past few weeks, practice has not been mandatory. If the team decides to show up, they are personally volunteering their time. With just a few days left till the start of the season, most of the team went out to condition and help each other learn a few new moves so they'll be able to be on top of their game at the start of the season. For safety purposes, the coaches stand by watching in case an athlete needs assistance.
It's a pretty brutal sport as far as high school sports go. We're probably the hardest sport in high school athletics. There's things in wrestling that you have to contend with that other sports don't.
With 14 different weight classes, wrestlers must maintain their weight throughout the season. If they gain or lose weight, they will be sent to a different weight class, which can potentially hurt their record during the season. Unlike other sports, boys and girls have the opportunity to face one another. This year, the Wildcats have their first female going out for the team. This is a good change for the Wildcats, but not the only thing they hope to change. Senior Brandon Wright has a change of his own he'd like to make.
Be able to finish my matches that I wrestle in, because sometimes I get tired and can't finish, and they end up coming back on me and almost beating me.
The Wildcats say they are excited for the beginning of the season, which officially starts on Monday. For News Valdosta, I'm Casey Gordon.
The Lowndes High Vikettes were put out of the Georgia High School Association softball state playoffs last night by the Archer High School Tigers. The Vikettes were beaten in the first game 0-4 with the hopes of splitting the games and playing again today. The Vikettes faced their second game of the series in which they fell 0-7. This is the end of the Vikettes season, but the team is looking to build on this for next year. With the regular season in the books, the Valwood volleyball team finished undefeated for the 2015 season. Now they focus their attention to the state playoffs coming up this weekend in Newnan, Georgia, and hope to keep their winning streak alive. The girls will play tomorrow for the first round of the state playoffs, and depending on that game's outcome, it will determine their route to the championship and the scheduling for Saturday's second round of the playoffs. That is all for the news. Back to you girls at the desk.
Thanks, Luke. Coming up, we'll hear more about an upcoming theater production from Valwood's High School Drama Department.
So don't go away.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness. I like balance.
That's why I chose
Division 2.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
World-renowned pianist Simone Dinnerstein will soon be joining the Valdosta Symphony Orchestra for the performance of Brahms' imposing First Piano Concerto. This work relates back to Beethoven's true successors. It will be held on November 7th in the Whitehead Auditorium at 8 p.m. So go ahead and put it on your calendar because it is a performance you won't want to miss.
In art news, Valwood High School is approaching its upcoming theater season with a new director. The first show of the season is Jerry Finnegan's Sister, which involves only 2 performers. This is a change from what people usually know about traditional plays involving more than 2 actors. But the director says he has something great in store for the community. There will be other shows coming early next month. Murder at the Banquet is scheduled for November 5th, and City Lights Broadway Lights will play on the 17th. The community is invited.
The Valdosta Fire Department will be having a puppet show at Head Start on Ulmer Avenue next Friday on October 30th. This will be a safe family activity during the mischief of the Halloween season. The show starts at 9:30 in the morning. This is a free event for families and kids of all ages.
That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Jessica Pope.
And I'm Casey Gordon. We'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.